back to Bringing Life. I'm doing something I thoroughly enjoy today, making homemade yogurt. I haven't done it for a while, but I have some extra milk that we got free and it's just too much for us to go through, so I'm going to turn it into yogurt today, and if you come along with me, I will show you how I do it. Now this does not have to be done a gallon at a time, but with 8 people in the family, well 9 now, then we go through a good bit of yogurt at once. So you're going to want to turn it on. You don't want it too high because you don't want the milk to scorch, but it needs to come up to about 180 to 190 degrees. Not over 190 or you can keep the bacteria from working right. So I use an instant read thermometer. It makes it a whole lot easier for just stirring it up real quick and checking the temperature. So we're going to let that heat. It's going to need to be stirred every now and then just to keep it from scorching. And then when it comes up to 180, then it's got to come off to cool. I called in reinforcements to stir for me. If you watched last week's video, you can see that we've gotten a lot more progress made on how much insulation is up. Mike has been working on that and he's been doing a great job. Well, this is up to 130, so we've got about another 50 degrees to go. We are up to temperature. Okay, so we're just going to take this and set it over here. Got to let it cool. It has to drop back down to 110 degrees so it doesn't kill the bacteria, but it's still warm enough to help them turn it into yogurt. While that's cooling, I want to show you something Tim got me. He has been, I guess since July, he has been doing photography, a lot of nature photography. This is one of the things he made with one of his pictures he took, put the words on it of this song, and this will be for notes for church is what I plan on using it on. We have revival starting on Thursday, so it'll get broken in good. And if you want to see more of his pictures, then you can find them at his Facebook account, Tim Kinnaman. And he has products like this and others, mugs, clocks, wall prints, lots of different things on Etsy, and we'll put the links to those in the description. But I am looking forward to using this. It's been a little while now, and let's check the temperature on this. We are at 113 exact. So if it's under 115, you're good. You don't want it to drop below 110. But that is good to go, so we're going to take my yogurt. So this is Stonyfield brand organic probiotic yogurt. I've used this before for making yogurt. It works great. You definitely want plain, you don't want flavored. And this is whole milk too, just to give it some more of that added benefit. Now for a gallon, I'm going to need half a cup. And I'm going to put it in this bowl, and then we're going to add some of the warm milk to it and mix it up just so we don't dump all this in there and shock the culture too much. Now, it took a while to get this milk down to temperature, but there are faster ways of doing it. If you have like a bowl of ice, you can set it in. Or I put it in a sink of cold water. That works great. Or you take the time to let it sit. Now if you're doing less than a gallon of yogurt, For like a quart, you would want 2 tablespoons of the starter, and then just scale up for every quart. I've had my jars sterilizing in the oven. You want them to be good and clean. Your lids have to be clean. Anything, dust even, can keep it from working properly. Get this mixed in. You don't have to buy store-bought yogurt. You can find yogurt cultures on Amazon. I've used those before too, and they work as well. I can put a link to those in the description too. Okay, so that should be good to go. I'm going to get this stuff cleaned up, and then it's going to be in the jars. These are my yogurt jars, these blue ones especially. They're special and hard to replace, so I make sure I don't run them through the canner. Now this will not be sweet like regular store-bought yogurt. It'll be more along the taste lines of Greek yogurt. You can add sweetener like honey or something when you eat it if you want to. You can, I've put fruit in it and made strawberry yogurt one time, but it didn't have a good consistency. So I don't think I'll try that again, at least until I can find something else to do maybe. But we like to eat it with honey drizzled on it and maybe some oats or something for some fiber and a little fruit. Makes for a great addition to breakfast. You can, after the yogurt's made, I've also kept my own starter. I've taken some of the yogurt and put it in ice trays and frozen it, and then you can just pull out however many cubes you need for the amount of yogurt you're doing. It's about a couple tablespoons per ice cube for the size I use. So it would be however many, I can't math right now, however many that would be for a gallon or a quart or however many you need. But they'll keep in the freezer without losing much of their potency for about 2 to 3 months. So it's a great way to keep using your own starter. And since it doesn't can, I haven't noticed that headspace is any kind of something you need to worry about. So I usually try to fill these pretty full just to get it all used up. And then you just want your clean lids. I often use ones that I wouldn't use for canning, just because it doesn't have to have a canning quality seal on it like this one. And then they're going to go, you can put them in your oven. You just have to be able to keep them warm at 110 degrees. I've heard of people putting them in their oven, or I use my dehydrator and just set it at 110 degrees. I've got mine warmed up already. And then it needs to go in here for about 6 to 12 hours, depending on how thick you want it. The longer it goes, the thicker it is. If you let it go too long, though, I have found out by experience, you'll make a ricotta cheese. that tastes pretty good in baking but isn't yogurt. So this is a Quasio 12 rack dehydrator. It's a great dehydrator. We like it. It's not the best quality. We're hoping at some point to get the Excalibur. That's a dream of ours. But this one works great for what we need it for. And I can put links to equipment and things that I used in the video in the description. And I'll be back in probably the middle of the night to get these out. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and I hope you learned something.